my name's Sophie, as I've been introduced, and I work for the company Innova Systems. Slightly different to what you saw before with Rob with Squeeze, we actually help our customers through this initiative and help them invest in our software, Solidworks. So Solidworks, what is it? It's a 3D design software, and it allows customers to design and develop the products that they produce. A couple of things I'm just going to go through: introduction to what Solidworks is, how it helps reduce your carbon footprint within your company, some success stories, and a quick summary. So before I start, I'd like you to all kind of have a think about the products that you've interacted with this morning, whether or not it was the bed that you woke up in, the kettle that you boiled your water with for your tea and coffee, maybe the doors you walked through on the entrance, or even the chair that you're sat in right now. All of these products have gone through a design and development process at some stage, and to kind of give you an idea, there's 3 kind of stages within that process. You've got your design of that product, and then once that design is completed, it usually goes to a prototype stage where a physical prototype in the past would have been made to kind of have a look at it, see if it works, and then it might go through some testing, strength of the product, making sure that it does exactly what you want it to do. So in Innova Systems, we supply SolidWorks, and what we aim to do is cut those 3 processes into one and be able to do it on screen, on a computer, design, produce a digital prototype, and then test those products and keep making those changes without the cost and the material used in those physical ones. So to give you an idea, because you've probably got no idea what I'm going on about, I'm just going to show a quick 2-minute video about what we're about.
Solidworks has a long history of delivering power and performance that makes creating your products easier. By listening to our community's needs, we work to deliver tools that are used in development and production at hundreds of thousands of companies around the world. Whether you're a startup, small business, or global organization, Solidworks provides a product development ecosystem to help you turn your ideas into finished products in less time, with less frustration, and with higher quality, so you have more time to focus on adding innovation. SolidWorks 2017 continues our commitment to customer-focused capabilities with more easy-to-use features for speeding up day-to-day design work. New, more efficient ways to validate how your products work before you go into production. And data integration, from concept through manufacturing, that lets you bring your engineering data further downstream to drive business needs. On our SolidWorks 2017 launch site, you can preview some of the great capabilities in this release. So take a look, and then make sure to sign up for one of your resellers' launch events and get a more detailed experience with the next generation of innovation solutions. With more core power and performance and new capabilities for emerging technologies, it's never been easier to design and create with SolidWorks, the design and development solution chosen by more than 3.1 million users worldwide.
Pretty cool, hey? That was actually one of our customers over in the US who designed robotic arms to kind of help, obviously, people who have disabilities and need that extra help. So we've worked over the last 2 years, actually, with several kind of carbon schemes. Last year, with the low carbon keep. And we've kind of have a proven track record that SolidWorks can help reduce your carbon footprint. So how can we do this? So this is just an item, one of our products. You can see there's electronic bits so far in there. There's some plastic components and some small metal components as well. Like I mentioned, we want to shorten that design time of those products, so you're not producing those physical prototypes. So being able to do digital prototypes on screen, being able to test and validate your products that you are about to take to manufacture, whether or not it's stress testing, fatigue, buckling. We can even do flow simulation studies of airflow through exhaust systems or heating or cooling systems as well. That can now all be done on screen to give you lifelike situations. Reduce your material usage. So being able to do this digital prototypes on screen allows you to make quick changes to your design. You can reduce the material maybe by half and see how this affects your design on the strength and rigidity of your products. Reduce waste is obviously a main thing with carbon, with the low carbon grant. If you're able to reduce your waste, whether or not it's scrap material or etc., then it's a huge change that we're making to the environment. Less waste equals less rework. Interference detection, so we can bring not just on part level, but various parts together in assemblies and make sure that they're going to fit together right first time. Communicate in 3D through stunning visualization. So rather than producing your prototype, taking it to your customers, you can give them a nice pretty picture of what you're going to design, and then they know what they're going to get at the end of it. And last but not least, we actually have a particular part of our software called Solidworks Sustainability. Now, I'm going to be honest, this is a fairly new product that we've kind of been pushing within the Solidworks environment. But Solidworks, having 3.1 million users worldwide, are very, very aware that they need to become more green and help their customers become more green. So that allows them to do that. Have we had much success? So as I mentioned before, we worked with the Low Carbon Keep grant last year, finished last September. We were running with that for 2 years. You may notice or kind of recognise some of the companies that I've got up here. These are just some within the local Essex area that we helped put through that scheme. Ironworks Design, Steel Fabrication, Dayro Products, they're a sheet metal company. PF Design Solutions, they actually do furniture for interior fit outs, but they want to make sure that all their units and cabinets all fit together. And then ACM, now they're a customer over on Canvey Island. They produce acoustic engineering containers. And with the software, being able to reduce their material on some of their products by half and test it, and then that led to them using a lot less material in their products moving forward. So, quick summary. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what we're about. I will be over in the back corner if you've got any questions or queries. I've got that little machine that's printing some parts, so you can kind of see how people can design in SolidWorks, and then they can actually print physical prototypes using the 3D printer. This is a great way of reducing the material that is used, because you can create, rather than all the expensive tooling in the past with metal, etc., you can create a prototype using a 3D printer within less than 24 hours and get a part and make sure that it's right. The way that obviously this fits in a bit further with the LoCASE funding is a lot of these materials now are recyclable. So once you've kind of printed your item, if it works and it fits, then obviously that's great, and then you'll reuse the material. So thank you very much. This is our website, so Innova Systems. If you've got any questions or queries, feel free to drop us a call or myself an email. It's a project I've got quite close to heart, so I've got lots of information on it. So thank you.